Hi everyone, this is Juliet here, and well, we're trying to bring you some beautiful prayers tonight because this is Samhain, and we have Maia is with us, and she's going to bring some beautiful prayers and guided meditation, and Brigitte is here. And the first thing I need to do, because for some reason Restream technology always is a bit odd, I just want to check before we start. It's all working. Okay, so we start. Oh yeah, it's all working. Okay, so it's interesting how it's showing because we've got three of us. Actually, three of us at this moment. All
Okay, hello Melanie. Thank you for joining. Hello.
okay, so bear with us. This is we're learning how to do these things. So I'm just going to change the configuration of our room. Okay, so bear with us. This is we're learning how to do these things. So I'm just going to change the okay, so bear with
Hello,
us.
beautiful Therese. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
So,
oh gosh.
Okay.
Hello, Julia Pennington.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi.
So I can turn it off. Mimi, hello, beautiful one.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, my beautiful Cherokee granddaughter, daughter. Lovely. That's better, Juliet. Yes, better. Good.
Better.
Yeah.
That's good. So, hi everyone. We have Melanie here. We have Therese. We have Julia. We have Amy. Hi. So it's been an amazing day. I've just been to West Kennet Long Barrow to say some prayers for Samhain. And Brigitte, you've been very busy today as well, haven't you?
Yes, I've had a circle of women, and we have done we've been in a meditation. We've really been honoring the ancestors and sharing how to stay in this at this time. Yes, absolutely quiet and peaceful. It's a beautiful day. Yeah.
So Brigitte, yes, been holding, as she said, this beautiful ceremony. And Maia, it's really a privilege, amazing to have you here because you are in some out of the way kind of place, aren't you, Maia?
Yeah, wild. No, it's lovely here. I've been walking in the woods today and doing some medicine drumming for Samhain. So it's really nice to end the day with you all.
So Maia, you've got very limited internet connection. It's a bit miraculous even that you're able to join the call.
Yeah, so we'll see if it works for the whole hour. Hopefully.
Yeah. So since your connection is kind of limited, I'm wondering how you would feel if we just started off with your lovely offering, or should we share a little bit before?
No, I feel, can I say
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
very
really
happy to pray.
Yes, I feel really, Maia, if Maia could go first. Yes, and hello, Lynn, and thank you, Lynn Holland, for joining us. Thank you, all of you, for joining.
Hello. Okay. Well, I think what I'd like to do is to hold a bit of a protective space to honor our ancestors on this day. So we'll start by just grounding in, protecting the space, clearing the space, and then remembering our ancestors. And then we'll finish off with just a little guided meditation, and where I'll invite you to connecting with your own ancestors. and within nature. Okay, so just put yourself in a comfy space, and I've got some sage here, so we'll just use the sage for protection. Grandmother sage, you give to me your love and blessings to comfort me. Grandmother sage, I'm thanking you for your protection and grounding too. Grandmother sage, you give to me your love and blessings to comfort me. Grandmother sage, I'm thanking you for your protection and grounding too. Listen for the whispers of the ancestors. Speak to us. Their song is in the crackle. Their tears are in the rain on the window pane. Praises are the sun on our face. They are here with us. They speak to us. Their words are in the rustling of the leaves. Their encouragements in the wind rippling through the grass. Their laughter is in the play of our children. They are here with us. They speak to us. They are alive within our inner world. They are alive within our friends and family. They bless us with the turning of the seasons. They are here with us. Although we live in different realms, they are not dead to us. They are with us every day, and they love us. They have never left us, and they will greet us with love when it is our turn to pass through the veil. So I invite you now to close your eyes and let yourself settle into the darkness. Breathe deeply into a quiet space and just be with your breath as you move deeper and deeper into the silence. Just allow the inner quiet softness to envelop you as you let go of any stress, worries, or concerns. Anything you feel like you have to do, you can come back to. Take a deep breath. Birth and death. You're about to step your special place. Your favorite place? What do you see there? What do your senses show you as you look around? What is your favorite special place? You start to notice, or you start to see all the trees. Your ancestors have something to maybe you want to ask them some. Maybe you just. I'm going to be quiet now for a minute and let love of the goddess be ever in your heart. Marry me and marry part and marry me again.
We lost you for a moment, Maya. maybe we can just
When you're
just
ready,
refinish the set.
to your toes, your fingers, coming back to the opening your eyes, stretch. And when you're to the sleep, thank you.
That's beautiful, Maya. I think we lost you for a little bit, certainly on my screen. It just towards the end of the meditation and the first part of the song. I don't know what people hear, whether everyone got the whole of the meditation or not.
It's okay. We were there with you. We went into such a deep place, even if some of the words missed, we were still there.
Yeah.
And that's so precious. So we've got Jack as well, wishing you a blessed Samhain souls. Samhain. Well, different people call it different, pronounce it differently. May those who have crossed into the light ahead of you be close this day, and may you feel their love. Love, Jack.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm.
So I'm just wondering.
That was a beautiful song, Maya. I wish you'd gone on one more time.
Can we sing it again together? Maybe
The last song.
Yes, please.
Yes. Maybe people watching can join in.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
May the circle be open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.
It's a very beautiful Celtic lesson, isn't it? We all have our different ways of connecting spiritually, and I think it's really important at this time, especially like we're going into the darkness of winter, to just really draw upon our resources and connect in whatever way is right for us. You know, each one of us is different. You've been really following the seasons, haven't you, with your drum, Maya, and what you've been doing?
Well, yes, since I got my drum, the seasons have definitely become more noticeable. I've always followed them, but for me, I follow my heart.
And Brigitte, you have a particular way of connecting into yourself and into your spirituality.
Of course, nature and just living from the heart, living life from the heart. And I feel being really at one with all of life. So the seasons right now, the leaves are turning gold, the birds are different, everything has just got different tonality, and the leaves hold a different frequency of energy, and I love that. Yeah. And yeah. How about you, Juliet?
Well, it's the same, being out in nature very much. I just sitting with a cup of tea and just contemplation, being in a beautiful place in nature, just watching the birds or the sun, just like getting that experience of nature. I'm wondering for people here how they resource themselves, how they connect, how all of you, like Lynn or Amy or Julia, Jack, what's your practice, your spiritual practice?
And right now, as we're moving into the deep of winter, which is really going within, It's a very profound time. We have had the abundance, we've had the summer, the spring, the summer, the heat, some of us the wet, and then now we have had the crop and the abundance, and we're going within in a way to just to take that seed deeper into the dark of the winter. And I really love that feeling of like the bear hibernating and coming out with its young, because it's hibernating often. The female, she will come out of the cave and she will come out with the young ones. And it's the same with that shoots, those seeds which we have nurtured in the dark of winter. How are we going to nurture those seeds in the month of winter, in the dark, and bring them back strong into the spring energy? So yes, as Juliet was asking, and one thing I wanted to say to you, Maia, I love the fact that the song, the second time, there was a time lapse, and it really touched me as if we were traveling with that song beyond the veil with the ancestors. And I love that. Just wanted to share it with you. So Jack is saying whether for ritual or meditation, we prefer to be in nature. Yes. How about you, Lynn? Or you, Amy? Are you still there? Oh, Teapot. Teapot Pixie, hello, Paul. I walk in the woods, playing my guitar, visiting a beautiful place, all help me connect to my spiritual place. Sharon, hello, beautiful Sharon. So we were just asking the question, as we're moving into the dark, deep midwinter with
Nice.
the abundance of all those seeds, all those beautiful, what we have received and been gifted, how do you resource yourself? Lynn, Amy, Julia, Sharon? With silence, maybe? With going really within? That's a very profound resource. It's so full, the space is so full at this moment. Within these next few days, the space is so profoundly full. And it's absolutely homage to the ancestors. Amazing gifts they offered us.
So my special thing is to go to Avebury, particularly when I want to pray, when I want to connect with the sacred. And we did a video there last Wednesday where we're talking about how this really precious time of year had been hijacked with the whole thing with Halloween and the children, what's happening to the children at this point in time. So whenever I'm troubled, is this your candle, Brigitte, your 9-day candle?
Yes, in fact, it's been made by the Buddhists, and it's got all the rays of the chakras.
Oh, beautiful.
So I just lit it with a group today, and I've just brought it here. Because it's the light of the rainbow, it's the energy we each live and breathe. And we're reminded right now of those beautiful golden colors. So you were talking of Long Barrow and Silbury, where we were there.
Yeah. So I felt especially drawn to go to Avebury and the Long Barrow today to pray for the children, and I made a little video which I was going to share with you, if you don't mind me sharing it. I don't know if it will share okay. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you so much. Maybe you need to say, can you say a little bit about Long Barrow for those who don't know?
Oh yes, so Long Barrow is Avebury is in Wiltshire, and it's the largest stone circle in Europe. It's a beautiful, really beautiful place, and it's in the middle of a whole landscape of ancient Neolithic sites, including the West Kennet Long Barrow, which they're not quite sure whether it was built for ceremonial purposes or for burial. Maia's dropped off the internet.
We've lost her.
Maybe, hopefully, she'll be back. Or whether it was used for burial purposes, we don't know. But it's this beautiful up on the hill above Silbury Hill and beyond the stone circle. This beautiful, beautiful space with boulders, big, huge rocks, and then covered with earth that you can go inside. And I always go in there to pray. So it's something like 5,000, made 5,000 years ago. Really, really ancient place.
And it connects with a place in Brittany, in the Morbihan, which is above Nantes in France. And there is a place on an island, and it's called Gavrini. And it's a similar place, except that in Gavrini, the inner walls, which are huge, giant stones, have got carvings, but you still go into one chamber. So this is very much the time of the winter when, in the ancestral days, in the olden days, we would take youth to go, and it was a rite of passage as well as a rite of sacred initiation. Because in the dark of night, you have to go into your fears where you don't want to go, which could be to do with fear. You know, the dark, what is going on in the dark, where you're just with yourself and you thought there was silence, but as you go into the breath and you start hearing your heartbeat, and you may even start hearing a drop coming from the roof. And that is what the initiations were about, to take you deeper into the soul seed that you are as this human being. And I think that's just profound. So I'm really glad we're reclaiming with this ceremony today. And many people all over the world have done ceremonies. The beautiful Katia today went to the sea and she offered red roses with her daughter. And she's from a very different land. And it's so beautiful to see those transmissions being passed on from one generation to another. And here we are as elders. And beautiful Maia has just disappeared because of a connection. So hello, Sharon again. So if you want to share something, Sharon, we're open to you. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you, Julia.
Okay. So I will just share the video that I made. Oh, Maia.
My internet is very poor right now. I'm so happy to have been with you today. Thank you, sharing this space and the meditation with me. Sending my love to you all. Oh, send your love to you, Maia. Such a beautiful woman. Such a nice soul.
So I'm just going to share the screen and share the little video. I didn't listen to it to see what it was like. It's quite difficult to do the video in the Long Barrow. But I just felt like to bring a little bit of the energy of that to share with people. So I'm going to share the screen. And hopefully I can do it.
Yes, you can do it. It's all right. It will all float you yet.
So I'm not quite sure. So can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
You can see it, okay?
Yes. We can see a light and we can get a sense of the stones.
Yes, how dark it was inside.
Yeah. see forces that seek to cause harm to myself, my loved ones, and the children, immediately cease and desist, and leave this sacred place, leave the bodies, the minds, the souls, and cease the interference with our children's blood. Pray for protection for the children who taken and abused by satanic forces. Let people seek eternity against their actions. Let people seek eternity against unity, peace, and protection in this day. Pray for my ancestors that walk the sacred paths to protect and share and bring forth their wisdom. And I have a deep gratitude for all they are and all they have brought me to this place, this time. I pray for the awakening of humanity, the uplifting of human consciousness, so that we may be released from our ship servitude. Break through all the shackles that keep us enslaved, and realize who we are as the true beings, the true humans, the true adamants, and the name of the Lord. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti. Be free, be joyous, be happy, be at peace. Thanks to my ancestors. May blessings of grace and compassion descend upon all that is in and hold these prayers, consciously and unconsciously. For those of you who are scared or spooked by the dark, just visualize yourself going back with a breath. So Vibra Oxa, go back with a breath, darling. And all is well. It's just a very sacred place. where Juliet went on her own, and we've been together. This is really a place where we can give homage as well to those who have gone behind the veil, including the children, because this is the month of October. And we are now moving into November tomorrow. And we are in the energy of Scorpio. Scorpio is about going deeper into the earth. And it's about absolutely going into that place where we can reveal what has been hidden, what we fear. And Scorpio is related to Taurus, the earth, the opposite sign. So we have been right into the belly of the earth, into Pachamama, with Juliet's blessing. Thank you, Juliet. That was profoundly beautiful and moving.
No, I didn't. It didn't pick up the words so well of my prayers, but
your prayers were there. It was like with Maia. It is not important because the energy was there. And in a way, it's a blessing because then the ego has no way to get hold of us. It's all to do with the magic of that place. So
you can all add your own prayers, so we can all be here and pray today for whatever it is that is important for us. It's a challenging time for everybody, and I feel it's so much about uplifting our consciousness at this time.
I feel it's a very beautiful time because I'm just going to say there is no separation between what's happening outside and what's happening inside. And it's just like the volcano inside with Scorpio Taurus, the volcano of Uranus in Taurus, that volcanic eruption, which is happening right now, is expressing how we need to suddenly come out and clear, release, clear. And what's beautiful about a volcano, it creates new earth and it purifies everything. And it's offering, where it is happening, it's offering to humanity new land. This is what's happening. So yes, your video picked up the magic perfectly, Juliet. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, it did pick up that.
Yeah, thank you, Jack.
So I'm sorry, Vibra, so spooky, really brave of you, Juliet. I really feel if you went there with someone who knows what this going within is about. I speak here as a shaman. When you do a journey on a drum, you go into the dark, you go within, and that is where you meet spirit world. And fear becomes your ally, it becomes your friend. But if fear is your enemy, then before you do that journey of going in the dark, you need to become friends to your fear. And that's important. So it's Shri mantra, and it's got a beautiful logo on it. I'm going to try and show it to you. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not. No, the light is... So within the light, within the dark, there's always the light. Because we can go within, and there is the light. The light of our soul, the light of our spirit. So yes, I agree. Oh, Juliet's gone. Oh, here she's back. So I agree. This is a really we're right now into that place where everything is going to be bursting through. And it's asking us to hold like Juliet in the cave and Maia with a beautiful song and a beautiful poetry. And just asking each one of us, can each one of us behold that light and stay expanding that light of love all around us, whoever we meet, whoever needs a little helping hand. It can be a bug, it can be a beetle, it can be a tree, it can be a human being. Let's just every time try and be there, just be there. And if we can't, acknowledge we can't. And that's okay. It's a lovely place to be in. Acknowledge I cannot be with that situation. And that's okay. Like you thought, Barbara, that was spooky. Yeah. But it's, you're sitting on the earth. There's a little pool of water. And that place takes you right back into a place of silence with your heart. And in that place, you meet your elders, you meet the ancestors. Without any expectations, but just with humility, you meet them. And then we can be grateful for everything they've given us. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. Would we, Juliet? Jackie,
Absolutely not.
Barbara, Maia, Sharon, Paul, Liz, Lynn, Amy, we wouldn't be here. I'm sorry if I've forgotten someone. Marianne,
Therese,
Therese, thank you.
we're so much more ancient than we know. We tend to have this limited view of ourselves, but we are a non-stop living entity for eons of time. This movement forward of our DNA, of our immune systems, just a continual flow of life. It's never stopped since ancient times. And we've got all that to draw upon, not just this kind of limited perception of ourselves. But we have.
Yes. Go on, Juliet. You were saying we have all that to draw upon.
Yeah, we've existed in this non-stop flow of life since those ancient times, since our ancestors. We are our ancestors.
I agree.
We are our ancestors.
And we are even beyond that.
We are the stars.
Because before we came on Earth, we came from other galaxies. So if we can remember the past, then that's the magic.
It's about bringing back, isn't it? It's bringing back the consciousness and not limiting ourselves to this kind of 3D awareness of ourselves, which is with what's going on, seeking to oppress and crush. But as you say, it's so much in the mind and in our consciousness that we can completely expand this out and connect again to ourselves as deeply spiritual beings. Humanity is irrepressible through this amazing creative force of life.
And what's very touching right now, which Jack touched upon, we are very old friends, and Jack feels that very strongly. I feel this is what's happening now with the weaving. There is an interweaving as we remember and we embody our codes, whom we are, our skills, our talents. We spoke of that on Wednesday evening. We are meeting like-minded people who belong to our tribe. And that's very powerful because you meet someone like today. I had a group and one woman came to me. She said, we've always known each other. And I said, yes, you belong with me and I belong in you. And she was a yoga teacher. And then I met an older woman too, who was born the same year as me. And she was really touched. I invited her the last minute. And she said, it really touched me so profoundly. Let's meet again. And this is what's going to happen. So yes, the external world is breaking down. Pluto in Capricorn, energy of Pluto is the breaking down of the old form, what we've known. Hello, beautiful Marianne. And it has to do that for the new to be born. And we know that. We know when we enter into an initiation. It can be when the child learns to walk, when the child becomes adolescent, it goes through that major initiation. When you then go into 21 and you suddenly think, oh, 18 now, oh, I am an adult. Those are initiations, huge initiations. And sometimes we experience them like a loss. But all these little initiations are teaching. They're teaching us, they're taking us to the place where we just surrender. And we discover we've been here for eternity. This is a moment in time. And all we're doing is weaving, co-creating our magic with each other. And I love that. As long as we stay in the heart and do not divide to conquer or judge or compare, then my feeling is we are aligned with the law of the divine and the law of the universe. And then we can ask, when we are aligned, we can ask for what your soul longs for. And you will be gifted that. That's my understanding of that law, the divine law of the universe. Yes, we are stardust, we are 1 billion years old. Cargo, land your cargo, Paul. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Yes, we are already in that garden. This is the garden of heaven. And when I hear you say that, land that jumbo plane or land that cargo and unload your gifts. It takes a lot to embody. It's easy to be disincarnate and go hiding or dissociate and stay in a bubble because the world out there is really looking quite painful, and it is very painful. But is that the reality of the world I wish to co-create now? Or am I holding something much greater than that can expand around me when I meet people? Don't forget, we have been carbon-based, and now as we purify, we transform, we transmute, we're moving into crystalline base human beings. What does it mean? Well, that's the power of a crystal. Look. That's the crystal, which means we become transparent. We no longer need to hang on to anything. And we are a portal of energy for other people. And that's the work we've been doing. May you be a way-shower, a light waker, a whistleblower, an earth star, or a light star, or Arcturian, or wherever you come from. Don't attach yourself to anything. We are just passing through. And what are we offering to Pachamama, to this beautiful planet? What are we offering? Each one of us. And that is, can we respond? Am I able to respond? And I feel that's the task. And maybe the reward is that when I shine, and I'm going to touch someone else, like Maia earlier on when she was singing, and she read a poem. And she took us into that meditation, and like Juliet, when she took us into Long Barrow and shared that profound wisdom of speaking with the children, speaking with the elders and the ancestors who've gone by, and really honoring them and their souls with absolute gratitude. And that feels such a blessing on today, as we're reclaiming that perfect alignment. And this is going to happen in every field. Today in a circle, someone shared a best friend. Well, it's not a best friend, it's somebody. She's a gardener. She's a friend of mine who worked with me. And she was saying she's taken a man who is 50 years old. He was absolutely taken off his work as a kinesiotherapist, a bit like an osteopath in English. And he was told to tear his card. He was no longer allowed to practice because he refused to wear the mask, to have the injection, and to put the pass on his medical practice. So that's what he's done. And he's 50 years old. And what is he doing? He's learning to plant and to grow vegetables with my friend Emily.
That's beautiful.
We're going to see more and more of those people.
Yeah, it's so important to totally align with the truth, to align with your integrity, to absolutely be totally aligned, because then that's the vibration that's going to lift the whole of human consciousness.
And this is challenging. This is the challenge. This man is 50, he's got a family, and he's lost his job. And what is he doing? At 50, he's going back to school.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful opportunity for all of us to let go of, to drop the mask, to drop not just that mask that we've been forced recently to put on, but the mask we've been forced to put on our entire lives, to really step into being our authentic selves now. It's such a powerful time for all of us to do that. Not to collude with anything that is not 100% pure and in alignment with our soul purpose.
And the masks will drop when we drop the inner mask. This is the inverted matrix, so let's turn it around, like the eruption of the volcano, which was meant to create a huge tidal wave, which will not happen, because what Pachamama is creating is more earth. And there is the technology to stop a tidal wave. But that tidal wave is our emotional body when we get overwhelmed. So how to be with just as the divine feminine, which is within man and woman, how can I just hold one drop of water and tend that drop of water, purify it, and put it in the cup of my heart? I keep on saying that, but that's the power of the Shekinah, the divine feminine. One seed. When a woman becomes pregnant, it's one egg. The man, it's millions and trillions of sperms, because the journey is so dangerous that only one of or two of those sperms will reach the egg. That's the difference. And yet, right now, we are in unity because we have the two. I have been man in another life, and I've been woman in another. And so, why are we battling against each other when I've already experienced both sides? So, what is that program running round and round, keeping us trapped? I can take that apart. So watch, track, and see how can I just, with my own medicine, my gifts, your gifts, all of you, how can you transform that? So you see something happening, oh, that is incoherent. Well, don't give your energy to it. So I finished. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh dear, I've done it again. And I think on Wednesday I did read, I asked the leaf whether it was frightened because it was autumn and the other leaves were falling. I think I did share that on Wednesday.
We did. We're coming up to the end. I don't know if you want to share it again or whether anyone here would like to share how they're feeling at the moment, what's important. We'd love to hear from you. Everyone who's watching, if you'd like to share, we'd love to hear how you are.
Maybe they've left.
Oh, no. There's lots of people here. I know it's very hard for us to know, but because we're simultaneously streaming out to different channels, we'd love you to just share how you are.
So we can end up with a poem I read from Master Thich Nhat Hanh. I asked the leaf which has to do with dying, or I can do a bit of drumming. It's up to you.
Some drumming would be lovely. But does anybody like to share anything before we do that?
We've only got a few minutes.
Oh yes, here we are. Teapot Pixie.
It's a good place with you both. I'm here in a good place with you both. Okay, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Paul, for sharing that.
So it's either a poem.
Just a minute.
It's so important for me to be with all of you, Therese. Oh, it's important for us, Therese, to have you. This has been so beautiful. Thank you. So what are your wishes, your heart wishes? Blessed and grateful. I'm here in a good place. Thank you. And Marianne, hearts and hands. So either I drum or I read the poem. I'm easy. We're easy. We are here, elders, and all we are here for is to offer. I feel I'm an offering to life now.
To offer and to support.
Oh, Samhain, blessings from Crete. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, it's working. I don't have to read today. This is wonderful.
Yes, it wasn't working the other day.
Oh, now I wanted to share just a little something while you're thinking what you would like. Laughter raises your frequency. Happiness raises your frequency. Seeing your cup full or half full raises your frequency.
Sharing, supporting somebody raises your frequency.
Yeah.
Offering a smile to somebody. Playing with somebody, playing with a child, playing with a friend.
Hugging a tree offers higher frequency to the tree forest. And connecting with the ancestors. I think it was someone earlier on was sharing how spooky it was and how courageous and brave you were, Juliet. Well, when I meditate or any time, I always connect with a circle of ancestors who are not of this dimension. And I go into a very, very, very deep cave. But there is light. There's always light even in the dark. So we are not alone. We are connected with the ancestors who are asking us, can I help you? Can we receive their help? They need us. They need us so they can keep on transmitting some of their wisdom.
Yeah, so maybe if you have a photograph of those that you love, your anyone that is passed over, just to put it on your altar or put it somewhere and light a candle. And
Yes, that would be beautiful.
yeah.
Or just, if you're just an inner shaman, a privileged lady to be with you all in this circle. We are weavers of light. Yes, and so much more. We are the light of love. We are co-creation. We are co-creating. Wow, isn't that powerful? To know we co-create.
Yes, isn't that amazing? That our consciousness can create anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
So nobody said they wanted drumming. So because
I
drumming.
would love some drumming, Brigitte, please.
Oh gosh, okay.
Go and get your drum. Hopefully it will be okay. We have, I mean, it's amazing really what we can do with the technology, and still, like, we're a bit amateurish. So, you know, forgive us. We're doing our best. Hello, Darrell. Beautiful. Darrell's here. Oh, making shamanic art. That's beautiful. They're all asking for drumming, Brigitte. Therese is asking for drumming.
Well, I'm afraid it's got a bit cold. But anyway, here we go.
This needs to be warm.
Can you hear it
Mm-hmm.
clearly?
I think so. I'm not quite sure how it's being picked up by everyone, but just
Can you?
do your best. We don't have the best microphones in the world, but hopefully everyone can feel the spirit of the drum. That's so beautiful, Brigitte. So for those that don't know, Brigitte teaches drum making.
Not do it anymore. Oh God.
Drum making workshops. Did you make that drum, Brigitte?
No, it comes from Siberia.
Ah,
It's a Mongolian drum, which I
beautiful.
inherited. So it's got a great spirit. It's made out of a tree trunk and some skins from certainly one of those beautiful beings from those forests. I rescued it a long time ago.
No, it's
Oh,
very
so it is clear. Thank you. I never know if it comes clear because sometimes it doesn't work.
It's the microphone. It's like how it comes across the microphone is a whole different thing from actually being present. But, Brigitte also does very powerful soul retrieval work and shamanic healing.
Well, it's a different way. I work differently now. Yeah. So, the drum takes one onto the edge of two worlds. It's the spirit world. And it takes you to the dance as well. Because the animals, they love to touch the earth. They dance on the earth. You know, there's most bodies touching the earth, or their feet, like horses. So the drum takes you with your power animal. And then you can reclaim your health when you're empowered. And some of us have one paranimals, and some of us have many paranimals. And that just depends on how connected you are with life and what medicine you need. So one of my medicine I've been weaving has been the spider. It's one of the most hunted being, and yet it weaves the most magic strands. But that's one medicine, and we each have a lot of medicine. So I'm inviting you, as we finish this celebration, to really align with what is your medicine. By medicine, I mean, what is it that you carry, that you hold, that is really the way you touch other people, the way you engage with life, the way you relate with life. That is going to resonate and give you back, mirror back. Oh, that's what I'm good at. Then follow that. And then maybe when you finish that medicine, you will be offered another medicine. Bison is prayer and abundance. I have that medicine too, and so has Juliet. And bison was hunted so much. So right now, what we are undergoing is so huge. It's not about humanity. It's so much greater than humanity.
Wow. I've just reminded, before we finish, I wanted to share with you, Brigitte, as I was walking up to the West Kennet Long Barrow, and I was just crossing, we have the Swallowhead Spring there, and I was just crossing that little river, and there was a whole herd of bulls, young bulls, and one of them just came up to me and was standing there, and I was scratching under his chin and behind his ears, and he was just had his head on the side, and he was just really loving it and just standing there. Was so gentle and beautiful.
You have that connection. So yes, that beautiful energy. So trusting.
Beautiful, absolutely trusting him.
Yeah. So can we trust? Can we trust? Yeah, can we trust at that next level? Melanie, thank you, Melanie. Wonderful. Yeah. Can we trust at that next level that whoever we meet or whatever we meet, that meeting has magic and it has a synchronicity and a purpose? And can we receive that? I had a couple who stayed. I hadn't seen them for 20 years. I hadn't seen Michael for over 20 years, and I hadn't seen Heather for over 8 years. They stayed with me, and when they left, I invited them for free. They asked me if they could stay. And they left some money under the essential oils which I've been sharing with them for their chest. And I received. I didn't say, you shouldn't have. I completely collapsed that. And I received. And then I left them a little message saying, I felt really moved by the way you left that money in such a sensitive way, not to embarrass me. And that's what I'm talking about. Can we receive, even if it is a little something, that gifting, can we put it in that cup? That's another drop. And I put that in my cup. And then 2 hours later, I had a message. I've forgotten my jacket on your sitting room sofa. Do you think you could send it to me by post? And you know what? I said, isn't it wonderful? You left some money. I'll be able to send it to you and post it. She said, no, I'll send the money. So you see how everything is just weaving. We get given and we get challenged. And then do we give that? Do we let that flow? And that's another lesson today. Our ancestors have flown. You know, the river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, you carry me, the child I will always be. Mother Earth, will carry me down to the sea. It's that flowing quality I would love to finish today with. Can we just flow one into the other? Like that cup of the aquarium, where in the aquarium emerged the water bearer. Can we just flow from the heart and pour whatever we have to pour? Smile, tears, a moment of silence. Thank you.
Lots of love to everyone here. Thank you so much for being here and sharing the space with us tonight, and just really offering this to you to support you in your prayers and your loved ones and your ancestors and your hearts, to touch your hearts and to help your hearts just expand and to flow in this moment, knowing that we're all completely interconnected. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, you need to sing with us.
Yeah.
So keep singing, because we need to be like children. Loads of love to you both, and thank you. You're welcome, Paul. God bless us all. Yes, yes, and bless you. And we are held in the infinite love of the beloved. Always. Thank you for those beautiful words, Carmen, and all of you. And we hold you. God bless me. Yes. Thank you for a beautiful, magical evening. Love you both. You're loved, Jack, too. You're loved.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Namaste. Namaste. And remember, we're moving on to a new moon in Scorpio. So please keep doing the work of purification. The more of us purify and stay aligned, the faster this will collapse. The breaking down of that no longer serves the highest good for all cosmos and Pachamama.